Bloodborne. It's Monday, about 1:20 in the afternoon here. I'm going to change things up a little bit. I don't remember if I planned this out and mentioned it on stream last time or not, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to wrap up some of the kind of side characters, some of which, maybe you've heard talk one or two lines, but didn't really think about after that. But in order to do that, we have to go after a optional boss first, and then we can kind of go through a back door to an area where we can talk to Jura, who is the Gatling gun guy in Old Yarnum, and we're gonna lie to him and then blast his face off and steal his stuff, and then we're gonna pay a visit to the Yasefka imposter and see how she's doing. I want to do that, and at this point it's unnecessary because we have the items we need for the end game, but I want to do that to wrap up that story. And just a little side note, a little housekeeping. I am playing this on my main account, and I went through and got past Vicar Amelia, and I'm playing through in order to show Eileen's story. I didn't call her Elaine this time. I think I've called her Elaine in the past. Eileen's story and how that plays out. The good news is it's given me an opportunity to actually beat the Bloodstarved Beast properly, if not at least legitimately beating it without it glitching through a wall and falling to its death. I did still use Alfred. I needed some assistance. What I was told was the way to do it did not work for me, and I don't want to lead you astray in case you're using any of this for your help and for a guide. So I will be showing that along with Eileen's story once I finish that up. As I said, I just finished Vicar Amelia, so it's probably 3 or 4 more bosses. I'm going to go into the Forbidden Woods and get a couple things done. And then once I slay Rom, I'll be able to show that part of the story. But then the problem is I actually have to beat the toughest hunter in the entire game. Somebody that you don't see very often get challenged in Bloodborne playthroughs and guides and speedruns, because he is very difficult. He is very, very difficult. How's our bitrate doing here? Why does it look like it's not that great? So once we get there, I got to decide, and I'm again playing it on my main account. I'm recording things on Share Factory on the PlayStation. It sounds like it's up to date here. I just don't have a green bitrate rating here. At least we're caught up and we're anything. Anyway, yeah. So once I get there, I'll see if and I'll be able to edit it so that it looks like I at least know what I'm doing. Just to provide that side story that's not part of the guide. The reason that we let Eileen get killed by Henrik is because otherwise you have to go through and actually kill the Crow Hunter yourself in order to get the Crow Hunter's badge, I think was what it was called, which gave us Eileen's outfit as well as 1 or 2 weapons that we can purchase that we'll have to purchase for the end of the game. Is that what you have to do? Do you have to buy all the weapons? I think so. Or maybe just have them available to us, and that's all we need. Okay, so that is that. So we're going to do Dark Beast Parl, who you can get to through Yargol, Unseen Village. Then we're going to go up to Jura and talk to him. Then we're going to visit the sick room, first floor, and Yasefka's clinic. And then we will go into Nightmare Menses if we have enough time before 3:30. And we'll see if we can get all the way up to Murgo's nurse, get the Blood Rock, get the Winter Lanterns all dealt with, and all that stuff. Oh, and visit the giant pustule gross thing with lots of eyes that was giving us frenzy in the first part of Nightmare of Menses. So that's on the docket today. We'll see if we get to it. For now, I'm going to change into Henrik's outfits. Supposedly the best we have against bolts. Yeah, it's a 150 bolt. Everything else looks fairly low. And again, you have the option of doing Dark Beast Parl whenever you see fit. It is a totally optional. I'm not going to wear Ariana's shoes. Totally optional boss, but you will need to kill it for the trophy eventually. I think there's a trophy. Yeah, there's got to be a trophy for it. So we are going to Yargol Unseen Village. Okay. And let me just remind myself where I'm going. It's not the chapel. Alright. We should be good. We're also, like I said, I believe I said this, I'm a little under-leveled from how I did this following a guide that was made about 6 years ago. That's just the main game. In there, the guide said to be at strength 25, endurance 25. So we're not at that level. We're about endurance 20, I think. Is this the right one? Did I need the other one? I think I need the other one. Maybe I went to the wrong one. Maybe I'll pull it up on my phone to follow the path. I mean, it's been, and again, I've been playing this game. So, it's kind of funny. I messed that up, but I've been playing this game on my main account. Back up here so I can know which way to go. That's not. And we'll back up the save just in case. Oh, what is that one called? Yeah, we need the shoot. We need the lamp that's in the middle of the Unseen Village. Is that called the chapel? Okay, that one's called the chapel. All right. Sorry for that brief check there, but all right, into the chapel we go. Playing on the on my main account with the difference in leveling has been a little bit harrowing, and so hopefully being this much more leveled, powerful, and so forth will be easily adjustable. Will be easy to adjust to, in the sense that I need to fight and do what I need to do. I sold some of the outfits that we picked up, but I didn't sell the Menses cage. Because I felt like, for some reason I felt like that was important to keep. You get that from Mikalaush, and I felt like probably was worth keeping. It's like 6,000 to sell it. It seemed like a nice amount, but we need like 45 at this point. We're at level 82, 83, something like that. Where am I going? I'm going all the way down the stairs. All the way to the basement. No more hunters to worry about. Okay, there's a couple beasts here still. Also, my main account, I got grabbed real early. Is it here? No, wait. We go down further? I think we go down further. I think that hole right there is where we're going. No? That's a dead body. Insight's at 23. That's not too bad. Should be alright. Okay, where is this hole? I thought it was on this level. Maybe it's the level above. Where are you at, hole? How do I get where I need to go? Wait a minute. Maybe it is up to the level. I know it was a level that had some of those beasts, but I guess those beasts are everywhere now. I'm gonna not waste more blood vials on this thing. But, yeah, got me a little bit, so may as well. Alright, yeah, it must be this level then. Here we go. Okay. So, how did we get in here? Let's see. Just make it a little bit more clear. So we came down to the middle level. The steps up. Yeah, we came down. Made like a full circle, I think, around the steps. Came to this doorway. And you just head over here to the left instead. So you got one beast to deal with. And this one, okay, so here it is. All right, 17,000. Let's get the fire paper on. So the plan is just to attack his bottom legs. Actually, I should probably do a cloud save before I go into this. Let's do that. You know, it is possible that he might get the best of us, but again, this is like the first optional boss that you know, he's hidden away, and you only get the chance to fight him if you come here to Yargol. You can fight him when you're first grabbed by a bagman, and you may get grabbed as early as before Vicar Amelia. I can tell you that much because I just got grabbed in my main account. Oh, shoot. Sorry. No. Let's not do that. Alright, save data in storage. We're going to put that on the USB. I was also able to use my main, my Plus account on my main to quickly. It's so much easier and quicker to do it. I always advise that, you know, if you're playing this, always make as many cloud saves as you can before any boss fights or anything. As you can tell with the Bloodstarved Beast, I really screwed up. I should have made a cloud save there. The fire paper and beast blood pellets and the pungent blood cocktail to a point is what actually ended up working for me on my main account. When I did it, I only had 4 pungent blood cocktails, so it didn't provide enough of a distraction to get the Bloodstarved Beast kind of in the corner, focused on that while I wailed on him from behind. So I did bring in Alfred, like I said, to distract it while I wailed at it. I'll have that on one of the next videos once I can finish up Eileen's story. We'll show all that stuff at the same time. I also, when I did Vicar Amelia, I upgraded my arcane up 1 point so I could use the flame sprayer, and I had it at +4. It didn't end up doing the kind of amazing work I thought it was going to do. I didn't use Bone Marrow Ash. Maybe that's why. Maybe if I would have used Bone Marrow Ash on the +4 flame sprayer, maybe would have done the trick. But fire paper and beast blood pellets were definitely enough to get that done. Or you could use the fire blood gemstone that we used previously, when I showed you the fight the first time on here. So anyway, Dark Beast Parl, just a big beast kind of creature, full of electricity though. So we put on Henrik's outfit because it's got the best bolt resistance that we have at the moment. And, otherwise it would have been a waste of money spending it. Well, I think we used Insight to buy it. It may be super easy, but if I go in thinking it's going to be easy, then I think I'm going to have egg on my face at the end. But once we finish it up, if we finish it up, we should be able to open up a back door to Old Yarnum, where, as long as we're careful not to kill any enemies, we can run straight to Jura. Oops. My headphones are stuck on my coffee cup. Okay. Now I think there's one item. Oh, there's a summons here. Okay. I thought there was an item here, but it's just a summons. So that's something you can do as well. So we're just going to do straight wailing on them. Which seems to do the trick for the most part. Some of these bosses, they have, they're kind of tricky, like Mikalaush and a few others. This, as long as you know that you're getting into a fight that's going to have a lot of electricity, a lot of bolt, and you get ready for that, and the fact that you're going to be dealing with a beast, as long as you know what you're doing, you should be fine. We're gonna go for the back legs. So let's go ahead and start this up here. We also have an endurance rune on, but I did run out of endurance there. But this is going pretty darn easy. Yeah, see, what was that, like 7 or 8 hits altogether with the beast blood and the fire paper? So not hard at all. Barely did any damage. I used 1 vial, probably didn't even need to. I don't know if Henrik's outfit was a big help there, because I know Dark Beast did a little bit of an AoE attack with his bolt damage there, but went very well. It was very simple. So let's go ahead and go back into yeah, I don't know why I don't have the choir hat. That's strange. But we have the choir garb. Maybe I missed grabbing it. Maybe we haven't grabbed it yet. Maybe it shows up later. Hopefully it shows up later. But we're going to put that on for the Nightmare of Menses set. I'm just looking at what else we have here. Ariana's shoes I could definitely sell for 2,000. Just didn't seem like it made any sense just yet. So yeah, so the White Church is great for the poisons. The choir is great for the arcane And I got nothing for Frenzy yet. Nothing good for Frenzy, that's for sure. Darn. I sold the Yargol set. Hopefully that wasn't hopefully that wasn't the one that was good on Frenzy. Okay, where is the door? I missed it. I was standing. Okay. So now we have to go up to the shortcut that we opened a long time ago. I have to go through some of the wolf area. But the important thing is that we do not kill anybody. Okay? In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pick this up. And I do apologize. I know I just did this. But let's go ahead and do another cloud save. Okay, so we're back. And we are going to run through. So we're going to run through an area. This area is, you might recognize it. It's where we saw a bunch of wolves. And then over here. Then I believe up a ladder. Oh, wait a minute. No, the shortcut. Alright, I did screw this up. The shortcut is what I need, which is right here. But because I didn't do anything to those beasts, this should work. Should still work. But essentially that gives you the ability to travel in the least populated area of enemies. And I think you have to approach him from this back. Is this the right one? I think it is. Yes, okay. We have not come up here yet, right? So he should be welcoming when we get up here. And we're going to tell him that, yeah, we're kind of done hunting.
Well, well. How did you get in here? It's no matter. What brings you to Old Yarnum? I've no interest in matters further up. But you must not disturb this place. The beasts do not venture above, and mean no harm to anyone. If you still insist on hunting them, then I will hunt you first. You understand me? Yes, very good. I no longer dream, but I was once a hunter too. There's nothing more horrific than a hunt. In case you fail to realize, the things you hunt, they're not beasts. They're people. One day you will see. It's time you got going. But first, a farewell gift. I have no use for it anyway.
It's the powder keg hunter badge. And there's the gesture.
What is it? Surely I need not repeat myself. Go, I say. You have the whole night to dream. Make the best of it. Is it the blood, or are you just raving? When the frail of heart joins you, you're the beast. Just think about what you're doing. It's utter madness.
Well, there you go. You get nothing, nothing gained from killing him. but a little bit of redemption. That's all. And then if you want, you can't even use the Gatling gun. I thought you got something else from killing him, but I guess not. So that was the isn't this where they all, yeah, the powder keg. Look at that. Badge crafted by the powder kegs, the Heretics Workshop powder keg, a duration of complex design and big booms culminated in weapon designs that contrast with those traditionally of the workshop. Late powder kegs bless their souls had a motto: if a weapon ain't got kick, it just ain't worth it. So I think it just opens some other weapons, some other sidearm weapons that we're not probably going to bother with. The Hunter of Hunters. And we just got this one too, Spark Hunter, which allows us to buy Bolt, I believe. Okay, so yeah, let's. Do I have any? I don't. I was gonna say, makes sense to just simply use a Bolt Hunter's mark. We're going to go visit Yusufka, see what she's been up to after her experiments. And we should be able to use the very first lantern from the game and just go backwards. I believe I opened that up. Let's go do that first, because we don't have enough to level up yet. Alright, so we'll just go through here and out the front door instead. And out this way. Where's that ladder that we're supposed to take to go up? The heck is it? It's not down there, right? Is it down here? Maybe it is down here. Oh, yeah, it is. Ladders. Yeah, there it is, right over there. Smacking his lips over there. I felt like I was swinging a little too much, so I thought, let's just do one swing. And of course, I ended up paying for it. Through here. Yeah. Alright, so this is the back way. I could have sworn that the other way was open, but oh well. We'll have no use for it now, and we've already gone through here and killed everybody else. Now, well, that was a weird flash I just saw. The one thing is we have opened this up before and we have talked to her. So there's a slight worry that we ruin things, but the time that we did come up and fight her, that was something that we removed. Oh, here she is. Okay, this is what I was hoping to find.
God, I'm nauseous. Have you felt this? It's progressing. I can see things. I knew it. I'm different. I'm no beast. Oh, God, it feels awful. But it proves that I'm chosen. Don't you see how they writhe inside my head? It's rather rapturous. God, I'm nauseous.
Okay, it's just the one. So we kill her, and we get the final third of an umbilical cord. So there is there's 4 thirds in the game, and we have all 4 of them. So you don't have to go and do Ariana as long as you wait to come up here. And you really don't even have to speak to Yusefka's imposter. As long as you come up here after Rom, then you'll get the umbilical cord. And the other umbilical... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. We only have 3 at the moment. We will get the final one when we beat Murgo's Wet Nurse. You just get it automatically. But if this is the first time you come here, you can slay any of the emissaries that are still wandering around. They will be anybody that you've sent here will be turned into one of these creatures by the imposter. I think there was probably one here. Yeah, we didn't open this before, did we? I thought I did. That's the other communion rune. It's probably +3 because we have +1, +2, and +4. So that you can access as soon as you can open up this area, which was back quite a ways. We got everybody else. So that is the end of that story. So now we can go back to Nightmare of Menses. May as well just travel down to the lamp and be on our way. Ooh, almost fell there. Let's just be mindful of this guy. He's the only dude in the area. I have just enough to get one more level. I do have some kind blood left over too, so you could always pump that as well. I heard a twig snap, but I guess it may have just been me walking. Did we ever go talk to... It's probably not a good idea, but... I'm curious. I mean, we're not going to die here. I'm not worried about that, but... I was wondering about... Gascoigne's other daughter. There's 2. There's a sister. Once you tell the little girl that you couldn't find her mother, she will then say, okay, do you know where I should go? And then you can direct her to, this is not where I wanted to go. You can direct her to anywhere, and wherever she goes, she will get killed by a pig, and you'll find the remnants of her ribbon. That was totally not necessary. Why I used a vial. I got 2 in return, that's fine. Wish there was a quicker way to get over there. What is this? Is that Coldu I never picked up? Really? Alright, guys. Seriously. I mean, I get it. I get it. You've been thirsty for some more lovin's. But, come on. It's getting a little ridiculous. This is her, right?
You haven't by any chance seen my little sister, have you? I told her to look after the house, but she's run off somewhere. She's still quite small and wears a big white ribbon. Have you seen her out there anywhere? Oh, how did this happen? Why would she ever go outside? At least I'll have something to remember her by.
So you could take that as the conclusion. I guess that is the conclusion. So if you don't give her the ribbon, I think she'll ask you where to go to look for her. And then she'll head out and get killed as well. So I guess giving her the messenger ribbon, well, at least it has a happier ending, even though we just went ahead and let her die. So, yeah. You decide. Where is the closest lamp? Probably nowhere. Nowhere that I want to be. Alright, enough silliness. We don't want to belabor the point here. So let me switch my notes over here to Nightmare of Menses, and we'll kind of patrol the area. And try to get everything. We're going to switch to Frenzy Resistance runes. We have no Frenzy Resistance clothes, though. Let's see what we can do about that.
Welcome home. What? Very well.
It's not going to leave us a lot, but that's okay. We'll deal with it. So we're at skill 22, endurance 20. We want to go up to 25 on both of them. We want to get past 90. And then from there, we're going to go to 100 by the time we start doing the DLC. But just grinding out, it didn't seem to make a lot of sense. So I figure we'll build as we go. And your experience may not be the same as mine as far as how many echoes you walk away with. I have like one or two cold bloods I could pop, but let me just see what kind of rifle, spear, stake driver. I think Ludwig's rifle. Yeah, I think those are the 3 or 4 items that we just unlocked. The hunter garb and the hunter garb, and these were ones that we own, or Tomb Prospector is definitely not Frenzy, that's all I know. And then the Crow, to be honest, Crow's not too bad on Frenzy. Eileen's outfit. That's all you have up there. By the way, we can now buy bolt paper, which for Murgo probably might be useful. I have 27 insight. Let's put a pin in that for now. The gray wolf cap. A hunter garb is a red. Oh, ashen. Yeah, Ashen's actually probably the one we should get. Look at that frenzy. That's some pretty darn good frenzy right there. Is it 100%? No, it's not 100. But I know the Ashen set's a fairly good set to use for frenzy. Gascoigne, at this point, not necessarily. I mean, it gives you a nice level. 110 on Arcane Fire versus Blunt, which, I don't know. Who do we fight that has Blunt anytime soon? Murgo's got a lot of swords in her hands, but the Wet Nurse, not Murgo. Murgo's the baby. I keep doing that. Yeah, but this Ashen Hunter set, not too bad. So that's Jura. This is the other Ashen set. With no, it's not. No, Ashen Hunter garb, 70, Frenzy 60. It's the best we have right now, but I think we're gonna leave it. We're not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna buy 3 bolt there. Bring my frenzy down just a little bit. Just out of curiosity, is it in here to purchase? It does cost 9,600 though, so there you go. There you go. 20 and 18 on the vials. Let's go up to the rune tool workshop. I think we're all we can be over here. And as far as gems, we are the best we can get at the moment. We have some tempering damp blood gems. All 3 of them, which gives us 212. Using the brooch gem, gives us like 50 less. So, okay, we have the stamina boost. Let's go ahead and do HP, then stamina, and then we're gonna take this and put on which one is it? Deep Sea? Yes. Frenzy resistance. A lot of winter lanterns coming. We have the proper gestures. We should be good. Okay. All right. With that, we should be ready to head up. I don't understand why it does that with the frenzy meter. Because it resists 200. It doesn't give you 200 more, does it? Like, why would it do that? Okay. Nightmare of Menses. This is the middle, right? I think that's where we left off after the Mechalausch fight. 208. I got about an hour and 20 minutes. My coffee is disgusting and cold, and I reheated it twice. Yeah, gross. Okay, this is where we want to be. And you know what I want to do? I kind of want to take this off. I don't think I'm going to be using the flame sprayer much in this area. There are crow dogs and dog crows. I believe I already showed them off. The end of last stream. Or they were in the first part of Nightmare of Menses, I can't remember. We're also, cracks me up. Oh, a nice chunk. Well, we don't really need it anymore. I think our cannon's up to 9 too, isn't it? I don't remember. But we're gonna see. Look at these guys. Shadows of Yarnum. Let's go ahead and see how they're doing. They're doing pretty good, actually. They're doing really great, actually. That went a little worse than I thought it was going to go, to be honest. But like 4 or 5 R1s, and he's down. And where's his? Usually, I think they. Oh, there he is up there. Okay. Cause I thought they all travel in 3s. So they're just a normal enemy in this area, and you will see them a couple more times. I think the first thing you want to do is head over here. Let's see. Up left for the chunk, take the elevator halfway. Alright, so this is a very important shortcut. That elevator, what is over here? This is, does not work. So we want to take this path here, except we fell and died. Awesome. Yeah, that can happen. It's rare, but it can happen. If you hit it at just the wrong time, which I did. It's 10,000 echoes. Probably wasn't even worth chasing after. Well, I mean, actually, we'll just go up there. Hopefully it'll be waiting for us at the elevator. Oh, I hear Winter Lantern already? It is waiting for us. Great. Yeah, so down there's about, I think it's about 4 Winter Lanterns. And you have to kind of navigate around those rocks. You gotta take all of them out. You're gonna get a couple gemstones for it. But there's definitely some worthy rewards at the end there, and then on the other side, down, is it that way or is it down further? You're gonna find your only blood rock in the whole main game. Oops. Alright, let's maybe not do that again. And I missed it again. Maybe it's better to do it from the bottom and go up. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Keep getting confused where I'm going to. At least they brought the elevator up this time for me. Alright, we're going to take it down and then we're going to go up. That's where we want to go. And this was the area right outside of where we fought Mikolaush. We got a nice blood gem over there in that little cage that's up there. Alright, so it seems like it works a lot better if you just walk out of it going up instead of try to fall through it early on the way down. Inflicted organ is another chalice dungeon item. Okay, so we got our frenzy rune on. That's pretty much all we can do. Let's see what we can get into here. Bolt might be a better choice. Oh, I should have sedatives on. That was a mistake. We'll put sedatives on as soon as we get this guy done. Alright. Because there's a lot more to deal with. Let's go ahead and put some sedatives on just at the end here. Took those off for the last fight, which was silly, honestly. Alright. Let's try to see if we can make this fire paper last for the next one. I thought there was another one up here before you got around the bend. I guess not, because it's just 3 of them? I know there's at least 2 over here. You definitely don't want both of them. Sedative. All right. Now, I'm not doing a very good job. You could do R1L1, which will supposedly stun it a lot better. Great thing is, they definitely announced themselves, so you know when they're around. You know, they're not going to really surprise you too much. At least in this area. I mean, maybe it's not every area, but let me see. Up left, take elevator, Winter Lanterns, Cold Bloods. Man, I do the blood gem. I picked that up. Yeah. Inside, spiders up to device. Okay, this is where we want to go. Yes. Okay. I thought we had to head the other direction, but we will be heading that way later. Okay. Oh, so here's the spiders. Are these all? Do they have faces? They have faces. Oh, come on. I hate it when they get like one little inch of... oh, I should really... Was that from the lantern or was that from the spider? Yeah, one thing I definitely am not really good at is keeping my cool with this game. I'm mostly just spamming R1 the whole time. But it gets the job done, but I do try to do a little bit more transform R1, R1, L1 so that on the third strike it comes out the longer version. Do more damage that way. Okay, so there's a hole there. Make sure you don't fall down that hole yet. All right, so this is a big a story thing. We have to go down there because there's a whole bunch of madmen's knowledge and everything. And if you see in there, you see the giant eye. That was what was giving us frenzy when we were in the first part of Nightmare of Menses. That thing is hanging there, and it's affecting everything. Well, or at least it was affecting us. We're going to do something about that. So, discussing eyeball thing, go down the hole, as my boys would say after watching Tiny Toons. Down here there is a winter lantern, so be cognizant of that. Let's let the frenzy maybe go down. Are you going to go down, frenzy? Yeah. So there's not really an optimal way to do this because it's kind of pacing back and forth, and you have to go across this beam. But maybe wait until it at least gets past there, and then try to go as fast as you can. Go. Sedatives are ready. You know what? Why don't we just do a little fire paper, and we'll do okay, there you go. That went much better. Let's have a sedative as well. I believe that's one of the last winter lanterns we're going to have to deal with for a while. And there's the choir bell, which I believe is one of the last arcane tools. There is maybe one more item over here. Nope, that seems to be it. That seems to be it. Okay. So we do want to go back where we just were. You don't want to drop down there. I mean, you could drop down there, but I imagine it would probably hurt. I don't know. I have no idea where that leads. I don't want to find out. Oh, more spiders. I would have saved the fire paper for you guys. I'm sorry. I don't think there's any more winter lanterns over here. We don't hear any. Alright, so I think all of these are just Great One's wisdoms. Just a whole bunch of... Oh, there's an arcane damn blood gem. I forgot about that. The crunchy crunchies. You're walking on bones and stuff. What is this? Okay, great. What is this? Oh, it's a dead body. Killed with frenzy. Okay. Down the hall, Winter Lantern, choir bell, in chest, down through the court, yard for loot, and the Blood Rock, I believe, is it? No, it's not holes. I think it was over. Unless it is down. Down, or is it in this thing? I thought it was over here. It is over here. Yeah. Okay. Is it? Wait a minute. There, that's the Blood Rock. So before we do that, let me walk down here. Because down to elevator past tinsel. Okay, yes, we have to go down to complete the thing with the eye. Over here, I believe, is it more? It's just more Madman's knowledge. This is a very strange shortcut. Oh, that's the iron door key? Really? That's why you get the iron door key? I wonder if we could have unlocked it from the other side. I'll show you where it is. This is like in the middle of the Miklaush fight area. Very strange. I wonder if when you get that key, if you can just go straight here and get the Blood Rock early. Because if that's the case, then boy, I mean, that is a very useful shortcut. If you can't open it from that side, even though you have the key, damp blood tinge, there you go, if you're into that. Because you get the key right there. After you beat Miklaush, you can pick up the key, or you can actually, I think, pick it up halfway through the fight. Of course, I couldn't find it until I tried it like 2 or 3 times going around and had to look it up. Yeah, I would say when you're done with the Miklaush fight, maybe check that shortcut out and see if it'll open for you. Because unfortunately, I won't be able to check that since I just opened it this way. But it's, I mean, I knew it opened up to that from this side, but I didn't realize it used the iron door key, which is what you get right there. So just be careful when you drop down here. It's well worth it, believe me. This is your one and only Blood Rock in the game. The other Blood Rock is in DLC. And there's a third Blood Rock buried deep, deep in a chalice that takes a long time to get to, and it's just not worth it. But you have that option, and I think I'm sure there's like root chalices that you can access more Blood Rocks if you want to have a more varied weapon inventory, fully upgraded weapon inventory. That's your play style. For now, I believe we have to skedaddle. Do it again. It does help to buy Bold Hunter's Marks when you have extra echoes left, because they're very useful. We're kind of stuck at this point, so we're going to have to reload anyway, so we may as well apply the Blood Rock and get our Saw Cleaver to its highest upgradable level. Yeah, I don't think I messed it up. I just thought about the The thing we just dropped down. It should, yeah, it'll definitely still be there.
What is it you... Very well.
Let's go ahead and get our skill up. Oh, there we go. Get our skill up. And blood rock on. And there's your weapon master trophy for fully upgrading a weapon. Cannon's at 9, and we're not gonna, probably not gonna put the blood rock on it once we get it. Actually curious. We have 5 bloodstone chunks, so we could get this to +8. But we are not going to be thinking about that right now. Let's see. Is there any options for better use here? Doesn't really look like it. Get an arcane damp blood gem. What is it? What does it give you? Oh, okay, there it is. Arcane up 18%. That's nice. Blood tinge, I guess. Yeah, up 21. Tempering damp blood gem. That's an up of 18. That's interesting. Physical attack up. Did we just pick this up? Because that looks pretty good. What were you using? We're using damp blood gems. And then this one. So we could go... Where was that? We could go with this. And then let's change that. I did that wrong. So we put this on, and then we put this on. So that'll give us a double 18%. With a 12.6 attack up and boost rally potential 2.3. So we're now hitting +251. Not too bad. And all depending on your play style, or if you want to challenge yourself. Yeah, that's your option right there. Cool. All right, should be good. So let's go ahead and I have 8935. Let's buy more blood vials. That's for 6. Not enough for more bolt paper. I kind of, well, I do, I mean, of course, we picked up all of that insight. We'll spend it on that. There's not much more, there's not much more to do before we get to Murgo's wet nurse. Let's set it again. So Murgo's loft base, I think, is probably the best place to go for this. What's this? This actually might take me closer to where I want to go. Hmm. 6 of one, half a dozen of another, I think. Either way, it's fine. Oh, it's no longer a blood moon. Oh, because we dropped that thing in? Probably. Is this... I am a little turned around here. That's... spiders. Okay. Yeah, this probably wasn't the best way to go. Oh, well. We want to get to... I'm pretty sure this is fairly close, though. This is fairly close to where I want to be. Because you want to get to where these soldiers... Yeah, you want to get down here. Yeah, right here is where we're going. We're fine. We are fine. So there's a new elevator. Mind a little messy over here. This is the elevator we want. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Just gonna get in here. Ah! What? No free rides. No free... Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Well, that just absolutely stank. That stank. That was very unfortunate. I mean, I guess I could have... You know, I mean, usually I kill everything in my path just to save myself the trouble, but... Jeez, my glees. All right, let's go the way that we just went, because it did work. It worked well enough. All right, we are very close to wrapping up the main line of progress here. See, they don't really care. Nope, 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 nope. Did it again. Did it again. The wrong way. Now let's zoom past this. Oh. That's good. Now we'll get in here and no one will mess with us. Okay. So down here it's going to be pretty impossible to see. If you play online, then... Oh, I can actually see. I can see what's going on. I don't know if you can see in the stream, but... You can't, it's not like you can fall through or anything. Here, why don't I put on the torch? So this thing is completely grossing me out. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Let's figure out how to make contact, because that's what we need to do. There we go. Point forward, sit down, joy, conviction. Let's switch. contact. Okay. Okay. And just leave it there. Eventually, our character will change its arm's position, and we will get rewards for it. Man, that thing's grossing me out. I hate it. There you go. Then you get the other moon rune. Okay. Yeah. And then we got to kill it. It just takes a long while. And there's the living strain. Something that we will need to get into the final chalice. And that is the end of that. I got 3 fire paper. And I feel like Bolt is better for Margot. Now, I don't know exactly how I want to go up. I think that elevator is what I want. Or is this the one I just took? No. Definitely not the one I just took. Oh, let's put this back. There is another area that we haven't entered into yet. Let's just travel up here because I'm forgetting a little bit how to get up there, but it must be this way. So we came out of here. I apologize if this is wrong. I can't remember exactly. I mean, I guess I could walk through this area. Maybe we'll just walk through here. Is where the spiders are? You know what? No, I hear Margot, so. Oh, we can't go this way. Never mind. Oh wait, we can go this way though. I'm sure there's probably a faster way. Certainly, if we would have jumped to the lantern and then used the went to the Hunter's Dream and then warped back to the lantern we're about to walk to, we would have saved ourselves a little bit of trouble, but it's fine. Okay, so I'm probably wrong. I bet there is a few more winter lanterns that we have to deal with. There's some piggies. Piggies coming up, more shadows of Yarnum. Of course, these guys. They're not even like the hunters that you've met previously, where if you kill them, you don't have to kill them again. They're pretty normal enemies now. There's nothing over here. Why did I do this? Did I already go down there and grab it? I thought there was something down there. I hear somebody slurping. Another 2 chunks. Okay. So these are pretty mighty pigs, but they definitely can give you a nice set of echoes if you can manage them. $9,450 on one. Pretty darn good, I'd say. There's a few more. That one over there, he's probably the meanest of the bunch. Nope. Can't get back there. There's 3 of them too. Check down here. Are we good? Let me see. We came up this way. We went down there. Yeah, we checked it all out. Usually on the move, so not easy enough to sneak up on like the first one was. Let's go ahead and see what we can do here. So those three together were about a level. Well, no, it's not true. But at least now I could go back and do one more, especially with those kind bloods. It's tasty. There was one more thing over here. A nourishing damp blood gem. Nice. I don't have any other notes, so I think it's just a matter of getting through a couple of these little Shadow of Yharnam type guys. And there are like 4 or more of them. I can't remember. So we could run past them. Or we can fight them. It's a lot of them. Let's see what's over here first. I feel like there is something important over here. Another shadow. He's all creeping up on you when you come to get these chunks. Yeah, they're everywhere. Crazy. I mean, I guess that's why they're the shadows. What else we got down here? I don't even know. Oh, I think this is the other side of what we saw below us. Look at the moon, man. That's crazy. Is that a wandering nightmare? Another 3 more chunks. Not too shabby if you're looking for that kind of stuff. And then you can drop down. Yeah, so this was the area that was like, oh, there's nothing in here. Drop down and get, you know what, let's do that. Since we cleared the whole area, may as well. $53. Yeah, I think this will match up nicely. We'll get Murgo's Wet Nurse at least started, if not finished. Be a shame to lose those echoes because we get gangbanged by 4 shadows here. His range is he only goes so far. Like the ring wraiths. Do we want to try this? I don't know. I may regret this. All 4 of them at the same time seems like a bad idea. I kind of regret picking up those extra blood vials. Well, maybe we'll get some more of these guys. I'm going to end up wasting 4 or 5 of them. But it seems like we're doing okay. Is that the last one, or is there one up? Yeah, there's one still up there. Okay, 2 blood vials. We got back what we gave. And Fireball Boy over here. Probably the weakest link. If I could hit him without running out of endurance. Okay. Okay, this is the final stretch of your progress. The last area you're gonna have to go into in the main game. Let me just ignore who I just walked past there for a quick second here. We're going to just activate that in the event that we need to, and there is one item to pick up over here. Oh, here it is. Unable to acquire a Sefka's blood vial due to inventory or storage max. Crazy. Well, so that's there. If we end up using it, we'll, so this is the Thumerian Queen. We've seen her once before. She is staring up at this steeple. I can't move the camera up any further. She is bleeding from the womb area. She is no longer pregnant. She looks very old, but I think she's just gaunt. And we will see her as the very final boss. We'll have to fight for the platinum in the final chalice. We won't really see her much until then. I'm going to save here. I'm going to create a save. There's probably a little bit more research I could have done about Murgo, but Murgo's fairly... She's not that hard. Murgo's wet nurse. Ugh, I keep calling it a her. Who knows if it's a her? And I keep calling it Murgo. It's not Murgo. The babies is Murgo. The babies is. Bagginses. But not too hefty of a health bar to drain. Not crazy difficult. The wet nurse, the biggest thing is with the wet nurse is when you get the wet nurse into the second stage, I think it's second or third stage, they can use their nightmare ability, which will make everything very dark and then will spawn different versions of the wet nurse around the arena, and you kind of have to figure out which one is the one you need to kill. I think it doesn't matter which one. I think you can kill any of them. Yeah, I did not do proper research on this one. I probably should have. So I apologize. We'll see how it goes. Again, and it's because the guides that I was using and referencing, again, it's like three different guides that I'm pulling information from. It's, you have to go a little further into the game before you're ready to do this. And this way, we're at the right level, and we've been moving nice and nicely along. So I decided to do Dark Beast Parl and get some of these other side stories kind of completed instead, so I didn't spend the time focusing on making notes for the fight. But it's fairly the same as most other ones. Use bolt or fire. I think fire is better than bolt for them. And whack their behind. Wet Nurse has a lot of arms and a lot of swords. And then just try your best to make it as fast as possible before the nightmare stage starts. And then if that fails, then I'll have to look up how to do it, and we'll get it next stream. I don't remember. Okay. So I'm gonna switch to bolt paper. I believe that's probably the better choice. There's no frenzy involved in this, but we'll leave that on just in case. All right, we'll see how it goes. It's a pretty cool looking boss too. I just wish it wasn't a floating hood. Wish there was something to see in that hood, you know. Okay. Maybe Bolt's not great. I'm not seeing a ton of damage here. Yeah, Bolt's probably not great. Let's change that to fire. See, there's the nightmare already. That's doing fairly well. Alright. Let's get out of there. Let's go ahead and do fire instead. Use blood back on. Whoa. Not doing too bad, actually. Between bolt and fire, I don't know. It seems like at the beginning, it didn't seem like we were doing much at all. Got another nightmare realm here. So she's gonna be swinging around. But we're so close to getting her. I feel like let's finish her off. Even though she's getting me too. Well, let's back up. There you can. We haven't used the cannon. Do I have the cannon on? No, I don't have it. All this time we've been upgrading the cannon, we never used it. We're so close. There we go. All right. So I didn't bring a lot of skill into that. I didn't bring a lot of planning into that. Just a little bit of buffs with the fire paper, the bolt paper, the beast blood pellets. I would say fire, definitely better than bolt. And it's not over until you find... Here's the baby. Is this the baby carriage? I think so. Yeah, like walk around. And then you get 1/3 of umbilical cord, which we already have 3 of. So, Murgo's wet nurse. There you go. And that will make the lamp appear. There's nothing else here, right? Crunchy, crunchy. 134,000. We'll definitely be able to do a little bit of upgrading. And so at this point, well, yeah, I mean, you'll see. You'll see once we get to the drain. So at this point, here's what's going to happen for the rest of the game. This is going to be burning forever until you're done.
Good hunter, you have come. Dawn will soon break. This night and this dream will end. Gammon awaits you at the foot of the great tree. Very well. Let the echoes let me.
$23,000 more for the next level. Seemed a lot to leave on the floor, so I don't know. We'll have to figure out what we're going to do with that.
May you find your worth in the waking world.
So yeah, so I think I'm not sure if she says it to you every single time you go to level up from now on, but I'll show you real quick. So Garamond, our little friend that was in the wheelchair up there, is now. Just go the wrong. No, yeah. So over here, Garamond's in there. You go in there, and you'll have to fight Garamond. If you go in there, it's the end of the game, unless you die, of course. Then it's not the end of the game. if you die during the boss fight, but you absolutely do not want to go in that doorway until you make a save, because you will lock yourself out of the other two endings. Unless, like I said, unless you die in the boss fight. If you choose the wrong answer when you talk to him, you will end the game, and then you will have to do New Game Plus if you don't save before you go in there. So, that's my word of warning, and we will, of course, probably say that a couple more times. I just need to decide whether or not I want to go in and try the fights next, or if we want to start doing the DLC and then come back and then do the final fights later. No matter what, this is going to be burning for the rest of the time. So that's why I wanted to get the rest of the stuff done. It's just kind of a ambiance thing, you know? That's all that is. We're fortified. Or chicken fried. So I could definitely upgrade that one. There's a lot more weapons that are going to come our way. You know, a lot of other things we can do. So we'll hold off on that for now. We did get a couple things. Let me just see. I'm sure there's nothing this way. Yeah, just the specifically, you know, the build-oriented 264 with the nourishing. Look at that with the 15 attack up. This is the 12 with the rally potential. This is the 15. Pretty decent, I would say. Boost rally potential 2.3 with a physical attack up 12.6. And this is a straight up attack up 15 without the boost rally potential. I haven't seen a huge jump in my rallying, so we'll just put that on now. Yeah, we're pretty good there. Pretty good. 264. Nice. Okay. And just a quick look at the runes. So we have 1, 2, and now we have 3 and 4 more vials we can hold. So we can hold up to 24 vials if we put the put, I mean, I guess if you put all 3 runes on, you could hold up to 8 more vials, I guess, right? 4, 3, no, 9. I guess. That's really what you want to spend your runes on, just holding more vials at a time. We have, again, I have no idea how these are different. This one we got from Henrik. This one we got pretty late in the game. So I imagine that's probably the better one to use. Lake, Arcane, 5 and 7. Damage, all damage. Frenzy, slow and rapid, and all types. And then we got our moons, more echoes and more echoes. So if you put all 3 of these on and you go to lecture building, you will definitely get a lot of echoes from those water professors. Keep that in mind. And then we have our eyes and our beasts. So that was it. It was just the 1 moon room. Sorry, I thought I had gotten more. So I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of these echoes. Maybe I'll even, off stream, maybe I'll go to the lecture building, put all 3 of those moons on, and go and level up to at least to 90. Oh, we're at 91. But maybe bring endurance up to 25. You can bring, I think strength can go up 5 or 10 more, and vitality can go up to 50. You can keep building up those 2. I'm happy with where I have things, though. So, for now, I think we're good. Alright, we'll end it there for today. Hope you liked what you saw. Hope you learned something. Hope you have a great rest of your week. It's only Monday here. 3:12 in the afternoon, and I'm looking forward to jumping back into this game on my main account so that I can eventually get to that crow hunter. But I may regret that in the end. So we wrapped up the story, which is great. And next time, which is probably Wednesday, we'll see whether we're going to try for Gehrman and the Moon Essence. I think that's what it's called. The 3 endings. And then the DLC, or maybe we'll just jump into the DLC first. But that will take a lot more notes because I'll have to do a lot more note taking before we go into the DLC, just to make sure that we get everything we need to get. Okay, so we'll see you then. Thanks for tuning in, and take care. Welcome back to Bloodborne. Hope you're doing well. We have a little bit of a, I think, 12 to 14 minute story time here before we start our gameplay. We are going to hopefully get through Amygdala, Ebrietis, and Master Ligarius. Master Ligarius I'm a little worried about because he's a struggle. But what I'd love to do is get through all of the rest of the optional bosses in the main game. So on my main account, I went back in, I played like 2/3 of the game, just so I could bring you the other option with Eileen's story. Eileen is the woman, the hunter of hunters, who's dressed up kind of like a crow, who you can meet in Yharnam at the very beginning of the game, in one of those, like the first time you kind of go underground, you can find her on one of the side rooms that you have to kind of break a few barrels to get into, and she tells you about hunting hunters and what she does and everything. And later on, you can find her outside of the Cathedral Ward. And it's after you open us like most of the gates in the Cathedral Ward, and you can have clear passage to a few other areas. You can find her right outside of Cathedral Ward, and she will tell you, don't go to Odin's Gate where you fought Father Gascoigne. Because there's someone there who she wants to kill. So when we played it on this account, Imaginary Completionist, we went in and we let Henrik, who's the hunter she was going to fight, we let Henrik kill her. That's one option. And if you do that, you can, off of her dead body, you can get the Crow Hunter's badge, which will allow you to buy her outfit and I think 2 or 3 weapons. The reason we do that is because the other option takes a lot longer and it's a lot harder. But I wanted to show that side because she has a little bit more of a story to tell. It's not too much more of a story. And what happens is, if she lives, she gives you a few more emotes, or I'm sorry, gestures, and you'll see that in a minute. But what she also does is you can meet her in a different area, which actually is the same area where we just saw her, the Cathedral Ward, all the way up the stairs where you fight Vicar Amelia. She's there, and we're going to see the scene play out. But what has to happen after that, if you go this route and you let her live and Henrik dies, and as long as you don't get her to aggro against you, in order to get the Crow Hunter's badge, which you need for a trophy, I think for the Weapon Master trophy, you unfortunately have to fight the hardest hunter in the main game. You have to fight him. And you have to beat him in order to go back to her and get that Crow Hunter's badge from her, along with a few more gestures. And I think, yes, a very cool rune, which I haven't used. I don't know exactly how it works, but I will show you at the end of the video. So what you're going to see here is the fight with Henrik, which we are going to help her out with. And I'll explain as we watch it. This is on Share Factory. This is captured on the PS4. We're gonna make sure that she wins it, and then we will take a look at another video. So I'm just gonna hit play here. Oops. All right. So here we came in, and here's where Gascoigne's wife's body is, where we get the brooch, which we can turn into the red blood gemstone, which we are using. And there's Henrik. So what I'm going to use here is I'm going to use a bunch of poison knives. And the way get out the popcorn. The way that it works is you want to make sure you do not hit Eileen as much as possible. Because if you hit her too many times, if she wins, then she'll start coming after you if you get her angry, and then the whole thing's ruined. But Henrik is a very spam-heavy hunter. He'll just keep shooting his gun. Kind of annoying. And when I played this on this account, well, I'm sorry, the Imaginary Completionist account, there she is, I had to get a bunch of gravestones in between my player and Henrik, because he just kept shooting his gun over and over again. So eventually I used like the long range version of the weapon that I have, and took him out finally. So we're using poison knives. We are locked onto Henrik to make sure that Eileen wins the fight and that we don't hit her accidentally. Here's the conversation that follows.
That wasn't necessary of you, but you have my thanks. We made it with our lives. You're not bad at all. You must have killed Gascoigne as well, then. He was falling apart. I'm sure it had to be done. But try to keep your hands clean. A hunter should hunt beasts. Leave the hunting of hunters to me.
So approval, that's the new
Try to
gesture
keep
that
your
you
hands
get.
Clean. Leave the hunting of
The hunters
hunters.
to me. The hunter of huntings to me. So yeah, you don't get that approval gesture unless you go this route. I mean, again, if you're into gestures, you know, if that's your thing, go for it. So we're going to return to the dream. I think the video probably cuts out right here, and then we'll go to the next video. So again, as we did it on this channel, we let Henrik kill her, and then we got the Crow Hunter's badge off of her, and then of course Henrik killed us, and then we went back and got revenge on him, eventually using all those gravestones to block all of his guns. I think 3, is this the one? No, we want back over here. Actually, I'll just back out and do this. Okay, so after you defeat Rom, the vacuous spider, and the whole world changes and everything gets dark, literally and figuratively, you can find Eileen at the top of the steps of the Cathedral Ward. And I think, okay, yeah, this is, I think I have to fast forward too much to get to it. So yeah, we're going to the Cathedral Ward. Just let it play out here. It's not too much of a journey up the steps. And you'll see what kind of state Eileen is in. I don't remember if I fight any of these guys. This is stuff I captured just, was it yesterday? I think it was just yesterday. And it was fun playing on my main account all the way through from the beginning of the game until the one Reborn, I guess, was the last boss that I fought. Because I went through Yargol, the Unseen Village, in order to get a whole new set of, but actually in order to get to Upper Cathedral. There's Eileen. Once I got to Upper Cathedral, I got the badge that allowed me to buy poison knives, because we're going to need poison knives for the next fight, because I was out of them. So here's Eileen, and here's the conversation we have with her.
Is that you again? I'm afraid I've made a bit of a blunder. I'm just going to have a short rest. No, don't worry. I've taken blood. Enough to save an old woman. No more dreams for me. This is my last chance. What a fool I am. I'll have to tread carefully. But that thing still lies in wait. Turn back. This is my score to settle.
So she's dying. She's, of course, you know, always being valiant, tells you, hey, don't worry about it, I'll take care of it. So I have the Augur of Ebrietis, I have Bolt Paper, I have Bone Marrow Ash, I have the cannon right there, and I also have Beast Blood Pellets. So we're gonna attempt this fight twice, and I actually ended up being quite more successful than I thought it was going to be. But I wanted to test out a couple things like the Augur and the cannon and see what that did to him. I still don't know what the hunter's name is. I guess I could look that up. So this guy, he uses a whole mess of new things. See, as you can see, he killed me there pretty quickly. He uses the Shikage, and he uses some kind of gun. I'm not sure what gun that is. The Shikage is really lethal if he uses it in a certain state. But the thing is, with the Shikage, if he uses it with Blood Tinge, it actually drains his own health. So you have three options when you fight this hunter. You can go just crazy on him and hope for the best, which we end up actually doing and succeeding the second time. But the other two options is you can cheese it in two different ways. He will never leave the Grand Cathedral, so you can bait him all the way down the steps and he will slowly back away from you. If you can get him to transform his Shikage, he'll start draining his own health. If you can make that happen enough that he drains his health all the way, he might actually die, and then you'll win the fight. The other option is you can use poison knives, and that's why I grabbed poison knives before this fight. You'll see me use a couple of them as we go on, but I will actually gain the upper hand by the end of the fight. So, pretty proud of myself that I was able to do this. But if you find that, if you're doing this fight, if you go this route, and you are just stuck and you can't beat him in order to get the Crow Hunter's badge off of Eileen, you can kind of bring him down all the way down those steps and use poison knives and hope and pray that he drains his own health with his Shikage, with his sword. So we go through pretty much all of my blood vials here. And I used the cannon just to see how well it worked. It didn't do great. The auger barely stuns him. He can kind of invisibly kind of dash in and out, which is one move you have to look out for. He does something else to himself. I'm not even sure what it is. It might be the Beast Blood pellet motion, but he throws something down that kind of looks like white powder. So here I was like, okay, well, let's start using poison knives. I was just getting kind of impatient with it. Yeah, that move, I'm not sure what that is. Whether he's using a Beast Blood pellet or he's doing some other kind of buff. And he only healed himself once, I think, when I attempted this another time. This was not the cap. I went in and tried this before I had poison knives, and it took like 20 minutes to try to get him to drain his own life. It just wasn't working. It's bolt paper. Beast Blood pellets. It's draining his battery with the cannon and poison knives already. Double pump. Right now I'm not sure what level I was at. Should have looked that up. But there he is. So he goes down. You get nothing from him. Oh, no, you do. Forgot you do. So from him you get Blood Rapture. It's an upgraded Blood Rapture. That is, we already have one of those. Did I grab my echoes? I think I do end up grabbing my echoes afterwards.
Don't you ever listen to your elders? No matter. You did save my life. I don't seem to be apt for this life anymore. My glory days were long ago now. I know. Here. For you.
Crow Hunter badge, which you would get when she dies, and the Hunter Carol rune.
This too is Hunter's work, but it bears no honor. A burden you may choose to carry. The decision is yours alone. My eyes grow heavy. Let me rest a while. I'll be fine. Just wait.
And then that's it. She's got nothing else to say. So after this scene, if you return to this area, her body will be gone, but the blood stain will still be there. I don't think I captured my return to this area, but look at all the blood on the steps, man. Oh, grabbing my echoes there. Not even enough to upgrade anyway. And then we're just going to go into the dream, and I'm going to show you the rune. So you won't get this rune unless you play through this to this end. And again, this is after One Reborn. This is after Rom. I think all we have left is just Murgo's Wet Nurse? No, and Mikolash. Okay, so stamina recovery speed up. So, is it worth it? I don't know. I didn't test it out afterwards. I think I do show going back in to the Cathedral Ward to check out to see if she's there, and I end up defeating one of those giant axe-wielding characters. What am I doing? I don't remember what I was doing here, but oh yeah, I wanted to kind of look to see if anything new had opened up. And I think you get, Ludwig's rifle and a couple other... I mean, again, we already have this badge in the game that we're playing on this account. So I didn't notice anything different. And then we're going to go into Cathedral Ward. Let's just speed this up a little bit. We're going to go down to where she was. So she's gone. And then, just for fun, I welled on this guy and took out a giant chunk of his health quick. But again, this is Cathedral Ward, and we're probably level 90. Alright. And that's the end of the show. Hope you enjoyed movie time. The only thing I regret is I also thought I captured... Ignore the Flame in the Flood theme back here. We're going to switch accounts here. The thing I thought I captured while I was playing on my main account, and apparently I did not capture, I only captured me lighting the lamp at the end, was the successful Blood-Starved Beast fight. On the stream here, we struggled to get the Blood-Starved Beast because I didn't save my fire paper and my beast blood pellets, and I didn't do a backup save. And eventually, I had to use the summons of Alfred, and Alfred and I went into the fight on this account, and the Blood-Starved Beast. There's so many beasts and so many names. I always forget how to say it. The Blood-Starved Beast clipped through the wall, glitched out, and we won the fight by a glitch, unfortunately. So I wanted to show how to actually defeat the Blood-Starved Beast using fire paper and beast blood pellets. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to capture it, even on that account. So I'm not playing it on a third time just to show that. So you'll have to go back and watch the capture that I showed of of me winning that fight on this account, or check out my YouTube because it's up there now. Alright, so Rascal's asking, the saw weapon, will it level with you or something? So the way that the weapons work is you can level the weapons up. You have to find what are called bloodstones. And, oh, why is it not even, wait, what's it doing? Fortify, oh, well, I guess it's not going to show the fortify weapon because we already have it fully leveled up. But these are the side arms, and basically there's bloodstone shards, there's twin bloodstone shards, there is bloodstone chunks, and then there's an actual bloodstone. There's only 2 in the whole game and DLC. So you have to find these things, apply them to whatever weapon you choose. You can only apply them to, basically, you can only fully upgrade one weapon in the main game, because there's only 1 bloodstone in the main game. And then if you go in the DLC, there's more weapons to get and upgrade, and there's also 1 more bloodstone. And then there's the 3rd bloodstone that's deep in one of the chalices. It's just not worth it. So basically, we went with the let's actually get out of here. We went with the saw cleaver because it's serrated. It is one that you can get at the beginning, and we kind of have been using that throughout the streams to show how well it works. So you really do have to choose the weapon you want to go with. Yeah. I mean, sometimes I'm finding the more I play this, nice Nightbot. Yeah, I'm finding the more that I play this, the more it really is easy enough to get through it on your own once you know what you're doing. And so you can play this multiple times and kind of use different weapons and go different routes and get through it a lot faster every time you play. We're at 40 vitality, 25 endurance, 30 strength, 26 skills, and 18 arcane. We're going to keep arcane at 18. We're not going to go any higher than that. But we do want to bring vitality up to 50, strength up to 40, and I think we're good at skill 25. So yeah, we have 20 more levels to go as we advance in the game. So, but that is that, and the hunter's pistol. Yeah. So let me double check. I'm fairly certain we got everything up to the best we can. These are gemstones that you can put onto your weapons, which will give you even more boosts or buffs. Tampering blood gem, I think that was the best we could do. There's like fire and bolt blood gems that you can put on that will make your bolt attacks better or your fire attacks better, but we are just going for the heaviest hitting, the biggest number you can get, and we got it. Okay, and what did we, I think I was last, I don't remember what the last thing was I did. I think it was just Murgo's Wet Nurse. We finished Murgo's Wet Nurse. We wrapped up the main story, and now we're going to head to Amygdala in the Nightmare Frontier. But let's just check that we're using the best ones to our ability. We got max HP up 10%, stamina 15, and we have arcane damage reduction 7%. I think I'm going to keep that for both Amygdala and Ebrietis because they both use arcane attacks. Amygdala is a great one, and it shoots lasers out of its disgusting many eye sockets. I can't freaking stand how many creatures in this game have multiple eyes all over their faces. Ugh, it grosses me out. And then Ebrietis is just kind of like a big, dainty squid, Cthulhu-like thing, and Ebrietis definitely uses arcane. So we're gonna put on our arcane resistant outfit, and we are going to keep Arcane Lake 2 on. That reduces the arcane damage by 7% versus 5% there. And then the Impurity is the only one that we have. I'm going to put it back on in case we end up grabbing a summons. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to get 2 or 3 people to help us with Ebrietis. Amygdala, supposedly, we won't need it. 8353, we have enough blood vials. Ooh, let me just double check on Bone Marrow Ash. We have 9. We're going to try to use 2 cannon shots on Amygdala. Should make the fight real easy. Other than that, I think we're pretty good. We'll come back before we go to the Ebrietis fight. So for Amygdala, we need to go to Nightmare Frontier. Okay. So what is this? 31 minutes in after story time and a little bit of explanation. We are finally getting some actual gameplay here, and hopefully we'll see some trophies in a few minutes. We still have Yusefka's blood vial and the blood of Ariana. We will not be able to get any more of those because both those people are dead. I just edited the stream from the first time we came in here. Oh boy, that was rough. I got lost so many times and died quite a few times. I ran out of sedatives, ran out of blood vials. Where's my elevator? There it is. Died from the Winter Lantern a couple times because of Frenzy. It was a mess. Not my proudest moment in this game on Twitch. This is going quite well. Looks like we are fairly OP. So where are we going? Where is the... That is, yeah, that's where we need to go. Okay. All right, so as we generally do, we are going to do a USB save, because that's the one thing we learned from the Bloodstarved Beast. If you don't do a cloud save, if you have PS Plus on your account, or a USB save, you are really going to end up regretting it, because this basically gives you a point to restart the fight and without losing anything. Nope. I'm so used to doing it on my main account that I hit the wrong button. I was about to try to use the cloud, which I can't use on this account. Okay, copy to USB. This only takes about a minute. It's not the most thrilling thing to watch. It does not take 11 minutes. Don't be silly. So supposedly, I don't remember how this went on my main account when I did this fight the first time. But the plan is that Amygdala in this form at our level should be fairly easy. We're going to whack at the arms, get it to about half health, and then we're going to do some blood bullets and try to use the cannon with Bone Marrow Ash twice. I think that's how it works. Can't promise that that's going to work as effectively as I think it's going to. But because I remember, I'm trying to remember how it went the first time I did this fight on my main account. I feel like I went in confident, thinking it was going to be fast, and then I got worried that it wasn't going to work. Like something went wrong in the beginning, and I got like, oh no, it's not working. But then in the end, I was like, oh wow, that was really easy. I think that's how it all went down. Let's find out in 20 seconds. And Nightbot's doing pretty nice today. It's being nice. Well, nobody's shouting things in all caps. I think that's the thing that Nightbot hates. Or if, nobody in chat right now has noob in their name, which Nightbot does not like, N-O-O-B, for some reason. Thinks it's a bad word. All right, so bolts, and I don't even think I have bolt or fire paper equipped before we head into this. I should have got all that stuff set up so that we could just jump right in if we fail. Hopefully we won't, but the more I talk about it, the more I'm going to set myself up for disaster. So, okay. Remember, anytime you're in the game and you exit out of the game, you can go right back in. It'll reset any of the enemies that are still alive. Anything that you kill will still be dead. We do not want the flame sprayer. We want the cannon. And let's take the Bolt Hunter's marks out. And I guess we'll use bolt. Probably not the best. And let's change Ebrietis to Bone Marrow Ash. So the way Bone Marrow Ash works is basically you consume it, and then the next shot you fire will be super effective. But with the cannon, you can only shoot twice. Well, you can only shoot once because you have 20 bullets, and it uses up 12 bullets at once. So then you have to do blood bullets so that you have 25, and then you can shoot it twice. But the second shot won't be as powerful because you can't consume bone marrow ash for both shots. If that makes sense. I think it does. It makes sense to me. It should make sense to you, and if not, too bad. Okay. Okay, let's give it a try. You want to let her get her arms down. I say her because I call her Amy, but that doesn't mean she's actually a girl. She's a great one, so who knows. Okay, looks like she's throwing up some. That stuff's like, it's not clothing. I shouldn't have moved there. Oh. Okay, let's back up. Use, oops. Bone Marrow Ash. And fire. Oops, wrong button. Whoa! Yeah, you don't want that, that's the bad laser. Wait till she puts her head down. See that? Bone Marrow Ash did not do good because there we go. Alright, that didn't work. That went horribly. That went really bad. I was focusing on the wrong buttons and stuff, so. Let's reload that. This is why we do what we do. So we reload like it never happened. Watch it back on YouTube, and you won't even see that fight. No, I'll probably show it. Yeah. So 2 cannon fires to the head is supposed to do it, but it didn't look like it did much at all. So we might just use bolt paper and beast blood and just whack on our arms. You are gonna have to fight Amygdala again in the Chalice dungeons, and the dungeon that you fight Amygdala in is called the Defiled. Is it the Defiled Thumerian Chalice? I think it's a different name. Defiled Chalice of some kind. Yeah, see, now I gotta do this again. And the Defiled Chalice halves your health. So you are always operating with a lot less health. We'll keep the blood vials on though. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. That could have been bad. Alright, it's already equipped. Good to go. Okay. So when Amygdala jumps in the air, don't move. And you should be able to actually turn around. She's already doing laser, huh? You want some hand slams down on the ground so you can whack. So it's not the laser itself that will do damage to you. Darn it. It's the explosion that follows the laser, so you don't necessarily have to worry too much. See, the laser nearly touched us, but we got out of the way. Let's see if we can manage another way. Whoa! Okay. Going in with the other bolt paper, beast blood pellet. Now we got her about half health. Ooh, come on, get up. Aw, you missed it. She's not doing much damage to us. Ah! That's where you want to fire the cannon. Alright, she's gonna cough up some gross stuff here. Let's do this. Oops, and then move out of the way. Because I was aiming for her head there. Come on, hit her head. What are you doing? I'm not hitting anything. Again with the... Uh-oh, let's get out of that. There we go. Now she takes her arms off. Now she's really angry. Alright, let's go in for the legs now. Should just be able to finish her off now. Actually, I guess not. The legs on this enemy are not the best place to hit. When there's Amygdala, we also got the Ailing Laron Chalice, so we'll get a trophy for that too. So the second time you have to fight Amygdala, as I said, in the Defiled Chalice, your really only option is to whack at her hind legs, but it takes so long because she has so much more health in that fight. You have so much less health, and just her legs are like tanks, I guess. I don't know. There's just not a lot of room for a lot of damage on them. So that was the fight. The cannon, I mean, the cannon helped a little bit, I guess. I don't know. But we got through it. Not too bad. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We got nothing else here. There's no item that you pick up. You just get the chalice. Yeah. Yep, back we go. We definitely need to stock up on bolt paper and beast blood pellets, which we can now buy both of those. I can use insight. How much insight do I have? 32. Let's use insight to buy the bolt paper. I like to keep it under 30. Supposedly, you have less enemies to worry about, and certain enemies have less effect on you if you have less insight. And beast blood pellets. We also have a ton of Madman's knowledge and Great One's wisdom, I think it's called. So if we ever need, if we're ever lacking in insight, we can always pop some of those. Let's see, what else do we have? Do we have cold bloods? We have 4 of these. We only need 3 of them, but do not eat these. Do not do anything with these until the very end of the game. Yeah, we have 2 kind cold blood 10s and 3 11s. This is actually, let's see what this does for us. We might actually be able to go up 2 levels. I don't remember. I think it's like 60,000 to get to a level. But with 2 of these, I imagine. And then another 3. Oh, maybe it's just 1 level. Hey, Jason! How you doing, man? See, I haven't been streaming at night much at all. It's, I think it's Friday night, right? Yeah. Saturday morning. It's great to see everyone coming in here. When I'm streaming during the day, on a weekday, I'm usually by myself. This is nice. Nice seeing all
awaits you
my buds.
at the foot of the great tree.
Thai police just did a raid in my
Go
area.
on,
Oh
good
no.
hunter. Very well. Let the echoes become your strength. Let me stand close. Now shut your eyes.
So 56 for 1 level. So we are going to go up 1. I think I'm just going to do 1 point in vitality and then 1 in strength and just keep going back and forth until they're both 10 more. Heart did skip a beat a little. Is that something you need to worry about?
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Alright, we are already still pretty well fortified for what we need to do. Ebrietis, like I said, uses a lot of arcane. Amygdala did not do much damage on us. It's pretty impressive how we handled that. Except towards the end, when they were banging their arms up and down. So, alright, Ebrietis is in... Where exactly? Not Canehurst. No, it's Nightmare. Shoot, where the heck is it? It is... Is it... It's not Yargol. Nightmare of Menses is Mikkelausch. Chapel. I don't even remember what Advent Plaza is. Maybe that's it. Let me see. What is this one? Forbidden Woods, Forbidden Grave, Bergen... Oh, wait, Moonside Lake. I think that's where it is. Because it's not Bergenworth. Obviously. Oh, it's not this one. Okay. It's only a lamp because it's the end of a boss fight. That's weird that you can warp to it. Like, there's no reason to go back there. Okay, I was wrong about that. Let me see. Dark Beast, Church of the Good Chalice. Holy Arnhem. Lumen Flower. That's the one. The Lumen Flowers is exactly where we need to be. So, once we defeated the Celestial Emissaries, those little bobble-headed looking things, jelly heads, we broke this window, and we're about to go in here, but I said, you know what? Once we go in here, we can't get back out. And there's a Steven. Let's go ahead and kill that Steven. Over here should be the final hunter's tool. This hopefully gives us a trophy. Whoa, wrong button. A Call Beyond. There you go, Hunter's Craft. Excellent. Call Beyond is what Mikkelausch used. That kind of crazy light show, fireworks, AoE attack. It's kind of like a waterfall or like a fountain of lasers. And he shot out. And right down there is... Have we been down here? No. There's another Celestial Emissary. And there is a spiny-headed one just behind here. You know, sneaky. But not powerful at all. Nobody's got anything for us, huh? Okay. I don't need any frenzy right now, so let's go ahead and kill these guys. Still, frenzy goes all the way up. Oh, almost all the way up. So we almost had to use a blood vial there. Basically the same deal as Amygdala. We're going to use Bolt and Beast Blood. We are going to probably not end up using the cannon, but we'll keep this on hand just in case. Usually I like to get behind Ebrietis and just kind of stay behind that mushy little slug thing, and just whack away. But I've seen it done where you could like visceral the head if you time it out right. So we're gonna see what we can do. Here we have Damien of Menses. So Ebrietis can be harder if you bring more people in, if you play in co-op, or if you bring in a summons. Kind of upgrades Ebrietis's damage and health. So we're gonna try to do this on our own. We're going to attempt to attack Ebrietis from the front and try to get a visceral or two. Got the cannon in our back pocket if we need it. The gun's not going to do anything for us. You can't parry any attack from her. It's another one that I call her. I'm pretty sure Ebrietis is a woman, though. Because isn't she called, like... I don't remember. We'll find out in a second. So we're copying onto the USB again, so we don't lose any of our supplies. So we're about an hour in to the stream. We've had story time. We've had a boss fight that was successful on our second try. We've gotten 3 trophies. Yeah, I just got another trophy. And if Ebrietis works out, then the last thing to do is go back to Canehurst and jump on some roofs and fight the king, Master Ligarius, and get his crown. And then we will open up the Vile Blood storyline, which we can wrap up Alfred's little NPC progress. It is kind of neat how many layers of story this game has. You know, it's got the cutscenes and the progression of the dream into a nightmare. The DLC has its own bit of story with its 4 bosses and 1 optional boss. But the NPCs, if you choose to talk to them, you can really flesh out a lot more side stories and fun little, I mean, they're not, I wouldn't even call them side quests. It's just being in the right place at the right time, and then fighting enemies or not fighting them, you know. And then there's the 3rd layer, which is kind of an environmental story where you pick things up and you read their descriptions and you infer things from them, like Gascoigne's daughter and wife, and what happened to them. And other items that you pick up, and, you know, they explain who they were from or other things like that. Yosefka's story, the whole lore of what happens to humans in the dream, what they turn into, and how eventually they can become great ones like Amygdala. Okay, so we're gonna go in this and we're gonna see what happens, you know. We're gonna do what we can do. Can't promise it. The great thing about this one is it will not do anything to you until you strike it. But once you do, it goes all downhill. This is her butt, right? Where's her head? There it is. Visceral right away. Let's go in. Stay close, because most of her attacks almost got a visceral again. Her attacks are much more long range. There you go. That was super easy. Great. Is this Chalice? I think is how you pronounce it. Ebrietta's daughter. That's why I call it her, because she's the daughter of the Celestials or whatever. Daughter of the whatever. What is she called? It said it before. I'm sure it said it probably while I was fighting. Daughter of the Cosmos, right? I think that's what it said. Yeah, so that's it. And here, what looks like somebody had a party on Rom's dead body. made a cake out of her. Ugh, so gross. So many eyes. What does it say? Do nothing. Okay. Do nothing. So those are two fights that went fairly well. There's literally nothing else here, right? I feel like there's one more thing here that I should be getting. I don't see anything. Okay. $50. Ooh, I think we can level up. No, we need like 6,000 more. I'm going to see what I can do about that, because I will likely lose it against Ligarius. Let's see if I can sell something. Alright, well, let's find out what I need first. I think it's like 6,000 or 7,000.
Very well.
7, yeah, about 7,000. Sedatives. Blue elixir, lead elixir, Molotov. Oh, don't sell the Molotovs. Pungent will give us 20,000 if we sell all of them. So we don't need to sell all of them. Oh, you know what? We're never going to use the Tiny to Nitrous. How much? 40 Arcane for Call Beyond. Whew. I'm going to hold on to it, though. That's worth it. Choir Bell invigorates all cooperating parties. Yeah, so if you're playing co-op, I believe you can use this on summons. I believe you can, and it will restore health to all your party. Beast Roar is not worth it. I hate selling this stuff though. Beast Roar I can use. It's only 15. This is only 15 as well, so we'll hold on to those two. This is 40. We're never gonna have 40 Arcane. But man, it's such a powerful tool. Alright, let's hold on to it. Phantasm. Tiny to Nitrous. Strike into the ground to emit blue sparks. It's kind of like you can pretend you're Thor. It's electricity kind of fun thing. And I need 7,000 though. Okay. Let's sell something else. Something I know I'll be able to get my hands on. Yeah, I'm going to sell... Oh, it doesn't work. My math is horrible. My math is the worst. Okay. That is also horrible math. What the hell's wrong with me? Okay. You know what? Let's see what else I have. I have these two things, which I am convinced I don't need. There we go. I was very worried about selling the Menses cage, but I don't see any purpose for it. And since we are now kind of in the end game, I know we don't need it. So. Okay. Lagarius isn't great. 5 and 4. Maybe the cannon. We want to keep unseen. We want to keep our bullets high though, because the object with Master Lagarius is you want to keep him in his first phase. Every time he goes into the second phase, you want to get behind him and do a charged R2 and then a visceral. You got to be quick, and you got to be right up his butt. Otherwise, it ain't gonna happen. And it stinks, but I don't. It's not probably gonna happen because his second phase involves putting his staff in the ground and firing a bunch of skulls at you. Where are we going? Positive whether or not I want to do Chalice, Dungeons, or DLC next. There we go. Up the ladder. It's right out this door. That's not too bad. Endurance is nice and high, so their special attack doesn't affect us too badly. There's one more gargoyle up here. May as well take him out. Okay. Yeah, we already collected all the items up here. Be very careful. Watch your step. Another kind blood. That'll go nicely with our next visit to the dream. Yeah, it's the once you go through the archway. I was like, is this where the fight is? No, it's the next one. We're gonna pause here. Go any further. Actually, hold on. Okay, bolt paper, piece blood, possibly cannon, but I do want to save my bullets in case something that I never got around to saying. If he gets into phase 2 and his staff goes in the ground, you can shoot the staff with your gun, and it will usually get rid of that attack. And then we have the 2 blood vials, just in case. Oh, you know what we haven't done? We haven't put on our arcane set, which we don't even have an arcane set. What am I talking about? Oh, we have the choir. Yes, we do have an arcane set. Choir gloves and choir trousers. And we'll see if that helps us in the end. It may hurt us because, you know, you saw the difference in stats. You saw all the reds and all the blues. So, you know, it could mean that we're not going to attack as hard. It could mean that other things could damage us. You know, it could mean that his sword attacks could damage us more. Does he have a firearm? Can he parry us? I don't think he does. No, he just has the skull thing. But he does have a very long sword, so. Okay. Old paper, beast blood pellets. Try to stay on him. Get behind him if he goes into any animation. And if he gets into phase 2, watch out for the skulls. That's the plan. It's a pretty badass cutscene, I gotta say. Already with the skulls, really, dude? Ugh, alright. It's actually not too damaging. I think the set is working for us pretty well. Oh, get behind him. Oh, no! See? No! Okay. I mean, certainly if we wouldn't have fallen off the roof, we probably could have recovered from that, but there's no turning back from falling off a roof. So let's make sure we stay away from the edge. So my charged R2 failed to connect there, which was very unfortunate. I guess I could have locked onto him. But if we would have gotten that, then we could have done a visceral. I think we would have seen a nice chunk. Did we get him down to half health? Not too bad for the first try. Didn't seem like he was hurting us too badly. Like I said, that arcane choir set, I think is definitely doing us some good. So is the rune that we're using. So this might be the best plan. You know, go through this order. So we did Dark Beast, Parl before I even fought Murgo's Wet Nurse, and then we did Amygdala and Ebrietis. And for both of them, I think even Murgo's Wet Nurse, we had that Arcane Lake 7% damage reduction. So, I'm wondering if the Flame Sprayer will do anything. Probably not. Yeah, let's keep the cannon. That's why we've been upgrading it this whole time, so we're good. Alright, we've seen the animation, which was kick-ass, but we'll skip it this time. And we're going to use these pyres, or whatever they're called. Ah, these skulls. Stop with the skulls, dude. Yeah, that's why I like to use the I did it anyway. Not too bad, though, to be honest. So here's where he can kind of swoop up. Come on. Alright, let's get out of the way. Heal. We're very close to finishing this fight. You know what? What the heck? Let's not this button. Here we go. Let's go ahead and do Bone Marrow Axe. See what it does. Nothing. Not really anything. Alright, before we die, let's heal. Okay. Whoa, let's not die now. Alright, Cannon didn't really do anything to him. The Bolt Paper lasted for pretty much the whole fight. I don't think the Beast Blood Pellet did, though. But actually, I'd have to go back and watch it. It looked like the Beast Blood meter was up there for quite a long time. So not too bad of a fight. Now, so the most important thing about once you beat this fight is don't light the lantern and leave. You got to do something else. Right here is something you need to pick up. It's the Crown of Illusions. Now I'm going to light this light, but we're not going to leave. And we are going to put the crown on. I think we actually have to leave and come back, but let me see. Nope, just walk up to it. So the lore of Cainhurst in Bloodborne is, while there's so many things in this game that concern themselves with blood, this is the one place where there's actually vampires. Cainhurst, I think, is an old group of vampires. We're about to meet the head vampire, the vampiress, I think, something like that.
No subject, but here lieth our throne. Kneel afore us, or get thee gone. Visitor, moon-scented hunter. I am Annalise, Queen of Castle Canehurst. Ruler of the Vile Bloods, and sworn enemy of the Church. Yet our people are murdered, and we are prisoner to this wretched mask. What is it thou art in search of? Well, well. An odd hunter thou art indeed. We've tired of these piteous nights. Share in our plight, and take oath against the Church. If thou wouldst this path walk, I prithee, partake of my rotted blood. Very well. Drink deep of our blood. Feel the spreading corruption burn. Now, thou art too a vile blood. We too, the very last on this earth.
So we got a corruption rune, the Canehurst badge. We got a new gesture.
We await thy return for the honor of Canehurst.
I don't think you have to give her the blind drag, but you should grab this. This is an unopened summons. I think that's the only thing in here. There's a lamp that we just walked past, but let me just double check. I feel like there's one more thing we can collect here, but maybe not. I think I have that lore correct. I think they are supposed to be vampires. We got the summons. Yeah, I guess that's it. Or is it over here? One more pit stop. And we will be done. But with those optional bosses gone, that's it. So the that takes care of everything in the base game except for the Chalice Dungeons. In the Chalice Dungeons, you're going to get the last of the main game weapons, I think. Or at least you're going to make enough money to buy the rest of the weapons that are already accessible to you through the badges that you've collected. You're also going to get a gemstone, I think, or is it a rune of the highest quality. Kind of wandering around. Oh, it is this way. It is this way, yeah. I am 99.9% kind of sure. I think it's right down the steps. Here we go. See, I figured it out. Dude. What'd you do? Alfred.
Oh, good to see you safe. Now, let's think up something to discuss. Just tell me what piques your interest. Aha! Is that the sigil of Canehurst? I've heard tell of Canehurst nobles and their amusingly pompous invitations. Wonderful. I thank you profusely. I will depart immediately, but first, a token of my gratitude.
A wheel hunter badge. Very good. Church bow. Mail.
Ah, I feel my master's hand at work. Praise the good blood, and let us cleanse these tarnished streets. It has been an honor, but I must say goodbye. Let us cleanse these tarnished streets, and may the good blood guide your way.
Okay. So, we will catch the end of Alfred's story next time, because I don't want to screw it up, and I did not do proper research. And I'm afraid if I go with the wrong answer in the next bit, that we'll miss our chance. Alright, bro. You got your hit in. Good job. I was just going to run back to the lamp. Call it a day. 3 blood vials. Let's see. Where's the other guys? In there. Yeah, here he is. You see how quickly we are dispatching some of these enemies that were pretty difficult for us to get through earlier. It's kind of why I'm kind of trying to decide if the first 2 or 3 chalice... Did that guy just fall off this guy? I guess he did. Maybe he was... Yeah, he must have been up there. He fell down to get closer to us. I'm going the wrong way, but I'm still going the right way. It's fine. The chalices get harder and harder, and some of the bosses in the chalices are a lot of fun, and 2 or 3 of them, namely the Thumerian Servant. Shoot, I always forget. The second time, there's an old humanoid, like he has long gray hair, white hair. He's got like little curved scythes in his hands. He's got a big robe on. He looks like he's like either in a death metal band or plays the mandolin. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, he's nothing the first time you fight him. But the second time, oh man, I've never raged on any other boss in this game more than I've raged on him. I hate him. And he's literally the last boss you fight before you get to the Thumerian Queen, which is the whole reason you do the chalices, is to get that one boss and kill her and get the trophy, and then you're done. So that's where we're at. We are good to go. The house is still burning. The other thing, of course, we could do is go down this road and fight Gehrman and not fight him. But we're not going to do that today. We're going to save the endings, 2 of the 3 endings, for, I guess, next time, since we have all this other stuff done. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we probably should, because we want to get through the first 2 endings and then prep the 3rd ending and then get our final badge, because we get a badge from fighting Gehrman and winning against him. But you'll see what I am talking about next stream, I think. So we'll do a couple of the endings, and I think we'll start the chalices, because that's probably the easiest way to get things going. And it breaks it up because there's going to be a couple streams where there's like no trophies, because the chalices take a few hours, and you get nothing until you pretty much get to the final chalice, and you have to collect things in each chalice to get to the next one, so it takes time, you know. So that's the plan. We're sticking with it. Let's actually, let's go ahead and put everything back to Hunter. And 36, yeah, we got nothing we can do about that. We do have a kind blood. We might pop that and see what we can do with it, but for now we're gonna stop there. By the way, we've been under 100 on our stats, under level 100. I thought I was actually over it, but we're only at 98. We have 41 vitality, 25 endurance, 31 strength, 26 skill. We did not use the auger or any other arcane tools for any of those 3 fights. And we now have 35 insight because we killed 3 bosses. Those are the runes we're using. Oh, let's go take a quick look. One more thing. Let's go take a quick look at the new rune that we got for meeting with the Vile Bloods. Continued heal near death +1. Okay, cool. We'll put that on. That may end up helping us out in the end, you know. Cool. Yeah. So there's not much more we're gonna do as far as leveling. Our weapons are upgraded as high as they possibly can. We could start leveling up a secondary weapon, but we're not going to get our hands on some of those better weapons until later. The other thing you're supposed to do is actually buy all the weapons so that they're in your inventory. Anything that we haven't already picked up and sold, or picked up and kept, we should buy from this menu, like the saw, the hunter's axe, and the threaded king. We did have the saw spear already. The blade of mercy, 40,000 echoes. Kirk hammer, Ludwig's holy. Ooh, Ludwig's holy blade is in here. That is the kind of secondary preferred weapon. It's a blunt weapon, but when you use the phantasm shell on it, it's quite powerful. It's a very good weapon. It is at oftentimes two-handed though, which is a whole different way to play, and that's why we kind of boosted our arcane up a little bit so we could use the auger if we need to parry somebody. The auger of Ebrietis and the Ludwig's holy blade, especially if you use the phantasm shell, is a real nice combination. Real nice combination against most enemies and some bosses. Rider Palash, Shikage, that's the one I was talking about with the hunter. Rifle spear, stake driver, Tonitrus, and Ligarius's wheel. Is that the only thing you get from the wheel badge? I guess. And then a couple of these sidearms, which Blunderbuss, Supreme Pistol, Ludwig's rifle. Evelyn we don't have to buy, we've had that in our inventory before. The cannon we own, the flame spore we own. The Rosmarinus, which what is that spray? I can't remember what it sprays. It sprays like a white powdery substance. It's not flames. I don't remember. Let's see. It doesn't say. I don't know. I'm wasting time here, and I shouldn't be gabbing about this stuff. But anyway, we're gonna keep leveling up through the chalices after the final boss fights, and we're going to continue Alfred's story. Just a very quick visit back to Canehurst and one other place, I believe, to see how his story ends up. Everything else in the main story is wrapped up, and then the DLC, we could start that at some point, but I think I'd love to get to some of the chalices first. But the DLC, Tombstone, is here. That's how you get to the DLC. And the chalices start here. Can't remember how that works. I'll have to look up how to start that. So I imagine next stream we're gonna do one of those things: either start the chalices or fight Gehrman, get a couple of the endings, and quit out during the final boss fight, so that we can have a couple things. And then after all that's wrapped up, DLC. I would like to get this done in the next 9 days. I don't think that's going to happen, but streaming has been insane this last few weeks with interviews and then job offers and parent-teacher conferences and days off for various holidays and family events. So my hope is that I can spend my last full week of unemployment hopefully wrapping up this game before my days and nights are taken up with some more fulfilling time. So that's the hopeful plan, but 9 days to do all the chalices and the DLC and the final boss fight, probably not going to happen, but we're going to see what we can do. And if it doesn't work out, we'll find the time after next week to wrap this all up, so that you guys can see the full platinum and 100% progress that I go through, and hopefully it helps anyone who is still on the fence about playing this game, on the way to Elden Ring coming out. This is the most accessible Soulsborne game, and at least from my experience, the most fun. I haven't played any other Soulsborne games, but I know that this one is definitely the one to start on if you were ever curious. And I think Dark Souls 3, I think, is the one that's the easiest step down after this. And I think the new Demon's Souls remaster also is fairly accessible as well. And then I would say Sekiro is probably the hardest one to get into, from my understanding at least. If you get used to Bloodborne, parrying system and things like that, Sekiro has a whole new kind of, is it poise? Is that what it's called? You have to break your enemies' defenses down first before you can do damage to them. So anyway, I'm really babbling. It is almost 2 a.m. It is time to say goodnight. Hope you learned something. Hope you saw something you liked. Hope you come back. It was great seeing Craig and Rascal and Jason in. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Any Americans who are watching, hope you have a great long weekend. And since we've all been off since Wednesday, and I've been off for 20 months. Anyway, oh God. Anyway, hope you had a great time. Hope to see you next time. Hope you have a great weekend. Say hi to your mom for me. That's a new one. Take care. Bye.